that?
You did.
Okay.
This is how all of our concerts start.
Hello, and welcome to Strange Kitchens.
Baby, little girl, is your daddy home? Go and leave you all alone.
Today we will be making this deluxe and moist boxed fudge cake.
I'll take you
Hi.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Hi, we're Strange Tides, and today we're going to be making a cake because we're excellent bakers.
Yeah, look at this. The ingredients are this and some eggs.
Over the course of the next couple of hours, we will answer some questions about us as a band, and at the end reveal some exciting news. So watch to the end if you care at all.
Or skip ahead.
I'd just like to shout out my cousin Emma, whose video idea this was, and I think that she would be crying if she knew I was doing a boxed cake. So how did we become a band?
We met at church.
And then I had a gig that my brother got me at the Bourbon.
Thanks, Chad.
I made Kirsten accompany me because I am pretty useless.
All the things.
And then I was telling her we should be in a band, and she was extremely resistant.
I was not extremely resistant. I was wisely cautious.
It was a great vibe, so we decided to keep it going.
Keep it going. Just as like a slight side note, should I crack these in right away? Do we need to separate out the yolks and whites?
I don't think so. Put 3 large eggs in there. Cooking is not a good vibe for me.
Same, I'm quite bad in the kitchen.
This is why we're doing the box cake.
We just picked also a subject for this video that stresses both of us out.
We just thought it would be a comedic time for you to watch us make a cake when we don't know how to do anything.
Wow, I got eggshells in it. We're off to a good start. Oh gosh.
You look like you know what you're doing.
This egg does not want to break.
This is not vegan approved. I was reminiscing just the other day while having coffee all alone, and thought it took me away back to a first glance feeling on a New York tie, like when you're feeling my poems like a perfect rhyme. Let's tell them about our first couple of gigs.
My primary memories are of drunken old men asking us to be quiet so they could watch the game. Somebody saying that our opener could really go places and we were okay. And having to set up the sound system because the place that we were at turns out didn't have a whole lot going on there.
We had this guy, DJ Dave, who would help us out every gig, and he introduced us by a different name every time. We had like 3 gigs. Strange Tales.
Yep, and then Stranger
Tides, and I think Strange Girls or something at one point.
Which, to be honest, is not untrue. I like that noise. I like that this is really maintained its rectangular shape now that it's out of the box.
Makes me really confident in the all-natural ingredients. So what's the weirdest experience that we have had as a band? We met these 2 people named Dan and Meg who have become our music industry gurus.
Yeah, to be honest, we would be nothing without them.
So thank you. We met up with Dan, the producer, to share with him our music, and then he messaged us saying that him and his girlfriend had a proposition for us.
And Tori's like, what does a proposition mean? Do you think it's like,
I was like,
something sexual?
I was like, it sounds like some really weird like swinger thing, but I guess we can hear them out because maybe it's music related.
Turns out it was music related.
Person was like, you're an idiot.
I was like, I can't think of anything else that it would be, but somehow I'm not sure.
So Dan and Meg, thank you for all of your guidance and for having a legitimate musical proposition.
And good personal boundaries.
On that note, we thought that we would take some time to share some embarrassing stories since we've become a band. Most recently, why are all of our weird stories just about me being an idiot? When we were in conversation with a music video director recently, we decided that we couldn't do the music video right now, but we wanted to offer to compensate him for sort of the brainstorming work we've already done.
Yeah, he did a lot of like sort of visualization and location scouting, so we felt it was kind of rude to pull the plug after that.
Yeah, so Kirsten sent a very lovely message to our group chat with this director saying, you know, we can't do it right now, but we would love to offer to pay you, and I
said a small payment. I said we would like to extend a small payment for your trouble so far.
And I was at work at the time multitasking, which was first of all dumb, but second of all, I didn't look at what the thread was, and so instead of thinking it was with him, I thought Kirsten was sending me an example of what she was gonna send.
Yeah.
And so I responded as if just to her, saying, haha, love the small payment emphasis.
Oh, we're classy.
So embarrassing. So how has our individual musical backgrounds shaped our band dynamic. I think we just had really different expectations because you're much more studied, like you've done the whole classical thing. And my musical background is very much just with my family on holidays.
Yeah.
All of us just like grabbing a guitar and like singing some random songs and like joining in. And so it was a lot of trying stuff out. Whereas I think you felt more like we needed to be solid before we tried stuff out.
Yeah, it's true. I had played mostly in contexts where the goal was either performance or leading worship, and you didn't want to do a sloppy job of either of those things. I always had to go into it fully prepared, which was not always the best thing for us.
Yeah, I feel like our first practices were basically me being like, oh, let's try this out of nowhere, and Kirsten being like, I didn't practice that, what are you talking about? I'm not ready. If I'm not gonna be perfect, then what am I doing here? Darling, it was good. Never looking down. And right there where we stood was holy ground. What is the hardest thing about being in a band?
Being a perfectionist in a band. I feel like the cliche of artists is being like, yeah, go with the flow, like whatever works, which is not me. I'm as discussed. I would like to know what's happening ahead of time and be ready, and so I think
She's very intense.
I find the flexibility thing difficult.
For me, the hard thing, because we're both songwriters individually and have had our own releases before becoming a band, both of us are really used to being like, this is my song, this is what I want it to look like, and this is how it's gonna go.
Full control.
So it's been quite different to like have a half-formed song and then send it to someone else and be like, what's your feedback? What do you want to add? Do you want to write the second verse?
What's your feedback? But please also say something nice. You make it sound like you're not receptive to changes when we both know that that's actually me when I have a song. And you're like, what about this? And I'm like, you seem to think I haven't thought of that, but I have, and here's why I've rejected that idea.
This is looking pretty good. So what's the best thing about being in a band?
It's a riot! In a good way.
Stories got dust on every page. Sometimes I wonder how you think about it now. I see your face in every crowd.
It's good to not have to do scary things alone.
Oh my goodness, it's so true. I just feel like it's so comforting to have one person next to me.
Yes, even if that person is freaking out more than you are.
True, but I feel like the more she freaks out, the less I freak out.
It's actually a selfless thing.
Yeah, just having somebody with you, I think, for all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like meeting new people and going new places. It's just really comforting to have your friend there.
Splitting costs of renting cars. For the pandemic that's happening, and we can actually play in public again.
Next, we're going to put this cake in the oven and then reveal. We're gonna bake this. I was almost gonna say bake this baby, and then I was like, that's dark. We're going to bake this, and when it comes out, we're going to reveal to you with our beautiful decoration what is next for us as a band, rather than what's next for the world, pandemic-wise.
I'm just saying, what's next for us as a band, it would really help if the pandemic could just be done.
Valid. When we came up with this idea, well, my cousin Emma came up with this idea, and Emma is a baking goddess. It was at the time when she was making this like cinnamon peach cheesecake from scratch, and she was like, you should do like a baking video. That was a great idea, but also, have you met me?
I know, I told my roommate, and she was like, but you guys don't bake.
I don't wanna dance if I'm not dancing with you. It was good. Never looking down. Time to check it!
Woo! Oh gosh, no. The
Not
whole
ready.
thing bubbled when I moved it.
Oh dear.
It was like. Not that I can see.
I'm the supervisor. So what's next for us?
Do we have to cut it open? Yes.
We're super excited to announce that our debut single is coming out. Oh, this is hard.
This is gonna be the height of beauty.
Oh no!
That's way prettier than I would have done it.
This is really stressful. I don't think I have enough space for our whole name. Should I put a little wave?
Yeah.
It looks like an M.
Criminal by Stum.
Our debut single is called Criminal! Criminal by STM.
It's actually waves.
This beautiful artwork is Waves by yours truly, Victoria Carbol. Isn't this the most beautiful cake you've ever seen?
Yes.
Criminal by Strange Tides.
Make me your criminal, criminal. You'll never let me go, let me go. Make me your criminal, criminal. If you ask and you would know, you would know. I turn in my badge, my gun. But make me your criminal and I'm on the run.
Truly a work of art. You're just gonna stay there.
Tonight I'm gonna